Welcome back to another video here on Anth.Tech, and this is going to be a tutorial for beginners using Adobe Premiere. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So like I said before, we're going to be taking a look at Adobe Premiere, and this is going to be a tutorial for beginners that are trying to learn how to use the program. Now there's going to be first couple things that we're going to be learning here. One of them being is how to first import your footage. Second's going to be how to start color grading. And the third one's going to be how to add visual effects done with in Premiere. Fourth is going to be how to add audio effects done with Premiere. And lastly, number 5 is going to be how to start trimming your video and trimming it down, and that way making it look good overall. Now if you're more of an experienced editor in Premiere, I would like you guys to start venturing off into Adobe After Effects that I don't know much about, but I definitely like to start learning, because that one can make your videos look a lot better. But I have a plugin that I use that adds some different things here. Like I can see on one of these corners, you can see a little pop-up that'll come with the logo, and that's actually done within the program, not within Adobe Premiere or After Effects. So that's going to be how the tutorial is going to work for this one. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. That we're going to show you guys how to start learning Adobe Premiere. Okay, so here we are inside of Premiere Pro. We're going to start by importing some footage here. Here it is. I'm going to go ahead and import this one. Okay, so now it's in. I'm going to go ahead and drag it down here to my timeline. So now we have some imported footage that we can start editing with and doing some things with. So now as you can see at the bottom, it's going to generate the peak file. So I'm going to go ahead and let this bar run through here. Okay, so here we are and everything has been rendered, and that's why you're going to see that green line up above, which means everything is rendered and ready to go. If it's yellow, you might see some hiccups, and if it's red, it's going to stumble upon it. So here we are, and then this is going to be my footage I'm going to edit with. Now the first thing, like I said, we're going to do is change the color. So I'm going to go up here to the color tab. Now you're going to see I'm going to click on this footage, and then all this over here is going to light up. And over here I can change my color temperature, so I'm going to go ahead and edit some of this color stuff right in through here. Okay, so here I've completed the basic correction color grading in through the color grading in Premiere Pro. Now down here below we have creative, which I don't really use, and here you have preset Lux, that was by Adobe or any other company. Under here in curves, I do like to use this. I'm going to go ahead and pick this red color. You can see the red LED strip on the back of my desk. If I go ahead and lift this up, you can see it's going to really saturate that, and also like the logo and the banner. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this up just a tad, and then I'm going to go ahead and get this one so that way I can get the orange. I'm going to pull the orange down a little bit, and there we go. There we have some good colors. So now if I go ahead and turn this Lumetri color off, there's the before, added the camera, and now here's what the effect's on. So as you can tell, that makes a pretty substantial difference, and now it looks a lot better. Now the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and run some effects. Okay, so here we are now in the effects tab, and here we have our different presets over here, our audio effects and also our video effects. I'm going to go ahead and expand upon the video effects tab, and in here I'm going to go ahead and expand the blur and sharpen, and I'm also going to drag on the camera blur, click and hold, drag onto your clip, and now it's there. I'm going to go ahead and lower the blur from 25 to 10, and now you can see it's lightened it up. Now I'm going to grab the ellipse tool, and then here you see it's already brought up our ellipse. That way not the whole thing is blurred out. Now this does have tracking, so if you have a moving subject like a car, using the rectangle tool can block out the license plate, which you do see in a lot of videos. So this is going to be the camera blur. I'm going to go ahead and delete this layer, and we're going to go ahead and check out the audio effects. So now opening up the audio effects tab, in here there are no subfolders, everything is out. As you can see, there's a ton of stuff you can do. Add some volume, vocal enhancer, graphic equalizer, add some bass. There's just a ton of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and add the bass one onto my audio clip, and here I can scroll down, and I like to use about 2.5 or 3, and that adds a good touch. I'll click enter, and now it's been affected. So now if I go ahead and play any clip of here, it'll affect the bass and it'll boost it up. Now I can also add a timestamp onto this, or I can have it run 2.5 here, and then back here it can run at 0. And then now you can see it's got 2 different timestamps. So from here we're on 0, and then it'll increase gradually to 2.5 until this point, and then it'll stay there. So that's all done within the bass boosting tab. I'll go ahead and delete this, and now it's back to normal. So now I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the editing tab up above. Now from here I can either select the razor tool, which will let me select a specific part like this, or I can go ahead and Control Z, go back, or I can just select the part where I want with my timeline, and then I can just drag this little red thing over and it'll trim just like that. And that's the best way to trim. Now if you do want to trim like this, I'm going to select those 2 pieces right here. Now I can take this, bring this over here, And now I have this. Now I can turn on the magnetic, that way it'll automatically snap together like that. You're not gonna do any guesswork when you put it in. So as you can see, it brings in that temporary black line, and that's gonna be your snapping point. If I let go, there it is, it's all good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it back, and then Control Z, and we can bring this back to normal. And there we go. Okay, that's going to wrap up the tutorial for how to use Adobe Premiere for beginners. And if you found this video useful, don't forget to smash the like button down below, as it really helps out. And also don't forget to leave a comment down below if you did like this tutorial and you're going to use it and start implementing it in your own Adobe Premiere timeline. And then also don't forget to subscribe to the channel here so that we don't miss out on any future content. Also don't forget to click that bell notification so you don't miss out on a new video that does go live. Also don't forget to check out the Anth.Tech premium subscriber portal, which is on my website, link down below. If you use code YouTube, that will get you your first month for free, and in there you can get early videos and early content, and also the paid only content that will only appear in there. And that's going to wrap up the video, and as always, stay classy.